have to be honest and transparency when we talk about all of these, bro. Now, we went and talked about also THF, Lil Twin, being the one that got killed, not his other brother, his twin, Big Twin. Nah, it was, his name is not even Big Twin. His name is Twin, and the other one is just Little Twin. It's not Big Twin and Little Twin. It's just Twin and Little Twin. That's how much I know. But when I looked at the backdoor situation, it just get too much, you know what I'm saying, situations with Lil Scoom. Like, I can't call it friendly because I don't know who he know and who he don't know. Maybe this person was so trustworthy to the point where it didn't feel like he was being lacking. You know what I'm saying? Not that type of activity. Shout out to the beautiful Stacy Galore, who blessed us with $5 billion super chat and told all you people watching to like, share, and comment and subscribe. I think they mad at me, Stacy Galore. We're missing like 90% of the people, but it feels like 90% here just because the energy is cool. But I took a 10-day break by accident. I'll explain that later. I ain't gonna take no breaks like that again on y'all, but let's keep going. Now, when I'm watching this, you know what I'm saying? We watch videos of 800 TJ really trolling the city, bro. We can't fake it. We seen all these guys doing the most. I've seen videos of 800 TJ dancing on Little Jeff's block like less than a couple of hours after Little Jeff got killed. Right here.
I take your J before I buy it. This what you think I know, so I from side to side. Yeah. Every really smack ass turn side to the side. Nigga, don't get your gas smoke like the side. LAX already don't bleed. This when they throw no team, I shot to the chest as they bring it around, get strapped, don't sell the ring.
That's them the day Lil Jeff got killed.
Tryna have my kids, you tweet.
On his neighborhood.
He dog
Wow.
LAX already don't bleed.
Early morning cookies out my house. Giving no pets, but I'm on my really spank ass, and I know y'all know that AG facts.
You know deep. Shout out my kid, you tweaking. These 2 birthdays I'm feeding. Yeah, you think Red Brown twinking. Nigga, we in the middle of the island. Stop playing with us.
Dancing in that man's neighborhood.
Stop playing with us. Oh, my uncle. Hey, look, y'all better stop that. These 2 birthdays.
I mean, that's I'm just being fair, bro. I don't want nobody to think I'm picking sides, so you got to show what every side did before people thinking, okay, you look like you riding with this group or that. I'm showing you that Lil Jeff Def brought a lot of beast out and people that y'all calling new characters being unlocked, but we who been following Chicago knew about these people for a minute. And when you see 800 TJ dancing in the neighborhood like that, you get to see what was really bracking. Now, Easy Breezy said, heard 4th of July was terrible in Chicago. In fact, let's play that video for y'all. Shout out to Garfield Ross, say, keep up the great work. I got y'all. We only going to be a good journalist over here. We can't be into our feelings. You feel me? This is only real videos only, but 4th of July was terrible for Chicago. Let me play that video for y'all so y'all can get the gist.
For a 4th of July weekend that saw more than 100 people shot and almost 20 killed, including a woman and a 5-year-old at this home on South Woodlawn, the mayor and the police superintendent said Monday the city's response to gun violence must change.
What we really have to think about is the brazenness and the behavior of those who could walk into a home and see children and women and open fire on them.
Although he had issued statements and says he met privately with victims' families, this was Brandon Johnson's first public appearance to address the situation. One way the city plans to address some of the suffering is by opening an emergency center here at Fosco Park, where residents can come to sign up for city services, including mental health services. Father Michael Flager has been fighting gun violence for almost 5 decades as pastor of St. Sabina Parish. He says the city's approach needs to change.
Obviously, they're not working if over 100 people are shot. It's, we've got to go back to the drawing table. Whatever we're doing is not working. What do we need to do differently?
Sam Castro, the Institute for Nonviolent Chicago, says gun violence is not only a problem in the neighborhoods where it is common. He agrees with the superintendent that it is the whole city that must be involved.
It's an everybody approach. It's not just because it'll be unfair to say that law enforcement didn't do what they were supposed to do. Not at all. I think it's an approach for everybody to come together.
And Pfleger says he thinks the process needs to start not in the streets, but in the schools.
I do not understand why we don't teach in the curriculum in our schools, from preschool to senior year high school, conflict resolution, the danger of guns, peacemaking.
Pfleger says he's working with Chicago public schools and the Catholic schools to make that happen. In the Auburn-Gresham neighborhood, Charlie Wojciechowski, NBC 5 News. After a 4th of July weekend that saw more than 100 people shot and almost 20 killed, including a woman and a 5-year-old at this home on South Woodlawn, the mayor and the police superintendent said Monday the city's response to gun violence must change.
What we really have to think about is the brazenness and the behavior of those who could walk into a home and see children and women and open fire on them.
Although he had issued statements and says he met privately with victims' families, this was Brandon Johnson's first public appearance to address the situation. One way the city plans to address some of the suffering is by opening an emergency center here at Fosco Park, where residents can come to sign up for city services, including mental health services. Father Michael Pfleger has been fighting gun violence for almost 5 decades as pastor of St. Sabina Parish. He says the city's approach needs to change.
Obviously, they're not working if over 100 people are shot. We've got to go back to the drawing table. Whatever we're doing is not working.
Right.
What do we need to do differently?
Sam Castro, the Institute for Nonviolent Chicago, says gun violence is not only a problem in the neighborhoods where it is common. He agrees with the superintendent that it is the whole city that must be involved.
It's an everybody approach.
Man, just to see that and seeing that much people being popped, bro, during that situation, it lets you know, because I know, look, 800 TJ just came home after, I think they sentenced him to 3 years, but he only did 8 months. You know, Chicago time be doing that half stuff or whatever, and he just came home, and a lot of people already trying to attach him being dead is to No Limits work and all that. I'm not 12. I'm watching these blogs and I see what's going on online. They're saying no limit, but it's hard. Even if you want to be a police dude and you want to, solve the crime, how could you solve it with a murder like that when the dude got so much ops that it really could have come from everywhere, bruh? This is Chicago. You can't move a certain way, bro. And then other dudes, just because they doing the most on live and laughing at your death, they op. They might know who did it, but it don't mean they the ones who did it. Ain't no telling where it came from, but of course everybody gonna celebrate, especially if your ops are friends with your other ops. Come on, man. 800 TJ, to let y'all know, in Chicago where he was raised on 93rd on Cottage. You feel me? But he really from 800. You know what I'm saying? It's just, that was where he was kind of like born at. But as far as with the homies and all that, it was hanging with the crew at 800. You know what I'm saying? There's a big difference from OTV and Dearborn. A lot of people don't be realizing that. Just over the years of me being friends with Chicago dudes, I already know the difference between Dearborn and an OTV situation, because they try to just put all them places together and say it's the same thing, and it's not. I'm from Broward County, and somebody could be from Dade County, and they'll tell you, oh, that's the same thing as Florida. Yeah, Florida got a lot of similarities, but there's a lot of things that's very different. Now, you seen 757 celebrating his death. You seen 757 BA. He got locked up right after that No Jumper interview, which was really tweaking on a lot of different situations we can call it on. But, them funeral homes are really banking on us, bro, in these neighborhoods. I feel like only the funeral homes are being, winning right now. Just today, there was another situation in Chicago that makes people who just want to live regular feel uncomfortable.
17 mass shootings in Chicago. There have been 17 mass shootings in Chicago this year, the latest this morning.
This time on the city's west side in the North Lawndale neighborhood, where 5 people were shot shortly after midnight. Megan Hickey has an update on the victims from Mount Sinai Hospital.
The most serious injury was to a 25-year-old woman who was shot in the chest and taken here to Mount Sinai. At last check, she was in critical condition.
ShotSpotter alerted police to gunfire in 3 different locations, picking up at least 11 gunshots around 12:19 this morning in the 1300 block of South Lawndale. CPD said a group of people were gathered on the street and sidewalk when a silver sedan approached and shots were fired. In addition to the 25-year-old woman shot in the chest, a 22-year-old was shot in the back of the head and was taken to the same hospital in good condition.
Witness over here saying that someone got skinned in the head with one of the bullets, but not perceived.
3 men between the ages of 21 and 62 years old were also shot in the thigh. Chicago's 17th mass shooting is the most recent of the 288 mass shootings across the country so far this year, according to data collected by a national group called the Gun Violence Archive. A mass shooting is defined as 4 or more people shot in a single incident. So far this year, Chicago's mass shootings have left at least 82 people injured and 12 people dead. North Lawndale is part of one of CPD's summer safety zones, areas where police track specific crime trends. While shootings are down about 40% across the area year to date, and multi-victim shootings are also down, ShotSpotter alerts like the 3 picked up this morning are actually on the rise.
We had multiple detections in that area of the people shot.
There were 788 gunshot detection system alerts by this point in 2023, 901 so far this year. As you might remember, ShotSpotter's contract is set to expire at the end of September after Mayor Johnson moved to decommission the use of the controversial technology in the city.
17 mass shootings in Chicago. There have been 17 mass shootings in Chicago this year. The latest.
Y'all heard that. 17, bro. And you think me telling you these neighborhoods that has all these funeral homes ain't winning, bruh? 17, gang. 17, way too much if you ask me or anybody else, bruh. At this point, I don't know what solution to tell anybody when it comes to that, bruh. Because you're reading a little Scoob situation.